Cardfight Vanguard review after hours.
Sure,
Well,
we
not
can
really.
tell them that.
But yeah, Legion Mate episode 1, i.e. Vanguard episode 164. Yum. That's how you start a season. It's also how you start anything, really. It was good enough that you could have even done it as a series starter.
You can jump in right here and it wouldn't even matter. And that's good because it wasn't quite the case for the...
Season 2 or 3 starters. Those are kind of... You had to know what was going on or else you had no idea what all this stuff was about.
But here, they set it up so that, there's this guy, he's kind of important, and he's gone now.
Yep, just disappeared, and Kai does not know why. And that's basically how the episode starts. He has this dream. He goes to the card store to see if Aichi's there.
Gotta play some games.
Yep, because he can only play games with Aichi, you see. And then he's not there.
And more than that,
Nobody... Shin doesn't not even know who he is.
The world champion born in his store, so to speak.
Yep, just not even recognize him. His sister doesn't even recognize him.
That's where things started getting terrifying.
Yep, so he's like, oh, this is not
Guy
good.
kept his cool.
Unlike that blue-haired guy in season 2.
Who just panic.
Immediate panic.
What do I do?
Well, this guy, he knows what to do. He always knows what to do.
But Kai realizes there has to be some sort of reason, or at least someone has to remember. He doesn't go immediately accusing himself of being nuts.
Yep, which is, I mean, you'd probably imagine knowing if you were crazy or not, or if you're going to crazy if a person wasn't real, but you thought he was real the whole time. But no, he knows that Aichi's real, so he thinks, if if no one here remembers, I should find someone who does. And Misaki's mentioned, and he's like, hey, I remember her. She's the one with the perfect memory.
That's a good idea. Let's wander on over to Miyagi.
I do like how it also explains like the relationship that he has with all these characters. That fact that he kind of only just knows they
He only
exist.
sort of knows them. Yeah. It gives him some room to expand in those respects. He doesn't have to really hunt for her.
No.
Because conveniently, she just sort of...
Well, Kai has seeker powers, you see, so he can seek out anyone.
She just notices him there. And then he asks, and of course the answer is, who's that?
He just leaves. So he leaves the school, thinking, well, that's weird. Even the one with perfect memory doesn't recognize the name. And then while he's leaving, he runs into Naoki, who's thugging it up outside.
Yeah, this was after he investigated the room that he conveniently knows the Cardfight Club was in.
And
So
then
apparently everything related to Aichi is just fucking gone.
yeah, and then I also forgot to mention he just kind of got the deck with the Royal Paladins.
Lester Blade, what are you trying to tell me?
Yeah, I got out of order with that mostly because it literally just kind of happened. It's probably the one real drawback to the episode. It's
Sparkle poof magic.
yeah, it's like the one real drawback to the episode. How he gets the Royal Paladins is kind of just shoehorned in. It's like, he's just not here either. Hey, you have a deck. Oh, thank you. Guess I'll keep going. And that's actually going to tie into our themes for this episode at the end, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, sees Naoki. It says you're Naoki, right? And he's like, how do you know my name?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Personal opinion, I think I could kick his ass.
For sure. But, I mean, it didn't escalate or
Didn't
anything.
escalate or anything though,
When he
yeah.
pulled out cards, he's like, dude, what's that?
Dude, what's that?
Show me, please.
Actually, I honestly would love to have seen it escalate to him trying to beat up Kai, and Kai just shoves to the side like he did IT. Because he kind of like the Kai style rival, in which case, even though you don't know how he knows how to fight, he just does.
But, yeah, apparently Naoki doesn't remember ever playing the game. Because, why would he? I just fucking gone.
Yeah, although Emmy plays the game even though Aichi's gone. But semantics.
Drag him over to the card store because, maybe, just maybe, this can lead to something.
Maybe. So they just set up and play, but not before. Naoki is
Fucking terrified of Misaki.
Yep.
As usual. And she was so mad.
Yeah. Ah man, that's another thing that it's really interesting. Just Misaki's facial expression range is just totally increasing by giant leaps.
You've got just seething anger and complete cluelessness and everything in between.
So they set up and they play.
A high tutorial we get at the beginning of every season.
Yep, every season has to start with one, but that just makes the seasons more accessible as standalone seasons.
I mean, it wasn't drawn out or anything, so...
Yeah, it wasn't drawn out like, the season 2s. Oh my god.
Literally the whole thing.
Yeah, literally it was the whole first episode. I don't even think they finished the fight.
Nope.
If I recall, it was that long. They literally had to stop. Anyway,
Nothing
so
special about the fight,
no,
really.
it's just tutorial, how you play the game, etc.
Very far. Kind of confirmed that the trial decks probably have more than one 12k attacker, which is nice
And-
considering kind of important.
They're important nowadays, especially they're important. It also shows that Mark has been downgraded.
Palamedes is still Palamedes, probably.
Yeah, that red fire with that blue armor is pretty sweet. I have to say, it looks great. And then he draws his mate, as he
Blaster
says.
Blade, and then he goes off on this whole spiel about how
This game makes me feel.
alive. Even when I hate the world, I love this game. And
Pardon the squawking out in the corner, by the way.
and so, in the most over-the-top fashion, he knows how. He rides Blaster Blade. And suddenly Naoki remembers everything he needs to.
Yep, with a shot of tears to the face.
How could I forget Aichi? Man, the feels.
It was pretty spectacular. He showcased a lot of emotions all at once, too. Like,
I'm a terrible person. What the fuck, man?
like kind of shows him that you remember now. Then
It's all
Misaki,
good.
Misaki walks over, and it's like, whoa. Right, that's some powerful drugs, so where can I get some? It's not her exact
I
words,
don't wanna
but
play anymore. I'm done. And then curiosity. No.
It's not the card.
Different card. But
he was in the show, and it was very much Palamedes. Probably doesn't have a name yet. Anyway,
and this is where curiosity kills the cat. Probably. Kai just sort of eggs Misaki on.
It's like, what, you scared? It's like, no,
Well,
I'm not scared. It's just
no.
it's just a game. Well, then there's no problem. Let's do this. Kai, man, knows how to
Credits.
knows how to get people. The opening and ending. I guess we usually don't talk about them, but I suppose we should talk about them now, just because.
Pretty great. Freaking Yu-Gi-Oh tier even.
Yeah, and if you can say one good thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Any season, it's that they're
Showcases everything that is relevant.
yeah, it's almost like a story in of itself.
And good beats. I mean,
Good beats, good display, somewhat good animation, even though there were slight bits of quality.
quality at the end. Whoa, what's wrong with your leg? And why are those monsters so just
So fat.
completely different scales too? It's weird. Ending should be fun everywhere, but it's not your J-pop that we've been subjected to for the whole run of the
Every single season,
show.
except for the end of season 3. I wouldn't call it Fly Away J-pop.
Yeah, gratuitous English everywhere.
So much.
And they stopped telling the Japanese how to read it, too, which is kind of strange in and of itself.
And then, because you thought it was over,
Whoa, what's that? A
Stinger.
stinger? We've never done this before.
hey, it's cool with me, man. That's just means you have to watch the whole episode now.
Aichi's sitting on a throne in a dark room, and Karin calls his name. Cut. Gives you that little bit of mystery that you need to keep going.
Yep, either Aichi's evil, or he's caught and just stuck in a room unconscious wearing a fancy suit. But I guess now I can bring up the themes for this. There's one theme that comes to mind for me for this season so far. RPG.
Yeah, because as far as we know, the next month or so is going to be spent reintroducing the main cast and jogging their memories and whatnot. So we have a team united under one goal.
Yeah, so basically, he starts his journey in bed. Something happens, so he is compelled to get up out of bed and start the story. And then he starts recruiting people.
His first, after getting his
initial equipment, i.e. his deck, he goes around trying to start recruiting people, to help him on his cause. And we already know that we're going to have some villains on the way.
I prefer to say antagonist because they don't seem objectively like bad people to me. But we obviously can't
This
tell
isn't that
yet.
right, Tetsu, in season 1. Nicest guy in the world, still the villain. But at any rate, it's just they're the people that are standing in the way is the point. And well, shoot, there are 4 of them.
It's like they're Aichi's hand-picked troops, near as anyone can tell.
It's possible, yeah. Or maybe they're the ones controlling him. I mean, it's possible either way you look at it, but they're the Elite 4, basically. Like, that other game. Or they're the 4 demons, like that other game. Or the 4 Devas from that show that is like that game.
Vanguard, who the hell do you think you are? It's a good setup, though. I mean, it makes for variety in casting, especially since they're all using different things from our heroes, near as we can tell.
Yep.
Plot twist, dimensional robos and gold paladins.
Are evil, maybe, most likely. They're not.
Neo-Nectar and whatever the hell the other one's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, freaking Hey, it's not
At
even
this rate, it's
subtle
going to
about
be
that.
fucking Aquaforce.
Because,
That's a bit of a stretch because Soryu family and
well,
whatnot.
on the other hand, elements and all.
It's Grand Blue.
Fighting,
Ice.
water type, grass type, fighting type, and steel type. That's our Elite Four right there.
Hype, man. Hype. And I don't even know where it's going yet.
Yeah, I have no idea where he's going yet, but shoot, if it's not going to be interesting, at least for this month. Because unlike Season 3, where they decided to take the whole people are getting reversed and we have to unreverse them thing to the unreverse of the week that it eventually became because it happened for like, what, 3-4 months? This one's only going to take about a month for the whole recruitment phase, and it's going to affect each person very differently. Instead of it,
Perhaps some of them not very much at all.
it's possible too. It's going to be a big character arc for each one of them. Give people an idea of what Aichi meant to them, or what
Give
Kai
Kai
meant
some
to them.
perspective
Give
of
Kai's perspective on the similar things, but instead of to Aichi, to all these people that he knows, but doesn't really talk to due to the reasons that I mentioned before. His whole past not really making him want to be friends with people. Now he has to be friends with these people because he needs help to figure out what's going on.
everyone wins.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, this is a big thing. Unlike Season 3's Monster of the Day, Villain of the Day thing, where it was, this person is like this, they got reversed,
Let's fix them, and then nothing changes.
yep, because they don't even remember it happened. So all in all, it's starting out way better than we could have hoped. Hopefully it'll continue that. Because even though Season 3 started off pretty good, it also had the whole problem really early on that we saw coming. Slice of life can get old fast. And when it started off as a slice of life, we knew that it could be a problem if it stayed like that too long. And it did. It stayed like that for 20 episodes. And we were like, next!
And then space cancer out of nowhere.
Yeah, then it's like,
Literally nowhere.
yeah, then it's like, oh,
One
it's right, this
day,
villain.
oh god, what's happening?
Yeah, it's like, oh crap, that's right, we need a villain. Let's go. Oh, that was funny though. Nothing else. I mean, it just shifted gears so fast. Hopes for the season?
Well, you know, they kick out that meandering bullcrap.
Yes, it's a good thing to kick out. My hopes for it are to keep going like how season 1 went, really. It's the one big thing that separates Vanguard from any other game-based show is its character relations.
And it's just sort of down to earth with
Yeah,
none
it's-
of the real...
Yeah, like it can get kind of out there, but it never, but the actual core never does. That's what made Vanguard not Yu-Gi-Oh! In the beginning. You know, it didn't have aliens from another planet or another dimension attacking the planet, and that was the main goal, you know.
And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, it's a good opportunity to do everything right as opposed to what season 3 was doing with the cast. Like, everyone forgot, and you've got like so many characters to work with. And like, if you're gonna visit them one by one like this to, you know, spread out the card pool as they do, it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm just happy it's finally giving me some hope again for this show. Because I want these shows to be good. I don't know if you're on some kind of drugs to actually think I actively look for these shows to be bad. If you are, no offense, you're retarded. But no, I watch these shows. I want them to be good. I watched them initially because I thought they were good. So when they go bad, I'm like, what the hell, man? I know you can do better than this. And season 4 is giving me hope.
Yeah, wow, with all the nerd raging we've been doing at Aichi for the past, I don't know how long.
Who knows how long? That's just freaking
He
stupid.
really has touched a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly from season 1, though.
Yep.
And that's the season I liked, so there you go. I mean, he didn't do a whole lot in season 2. I mean, he didn't touch Leon, if you catch my drift. Like, he just decided he was good now. And that was it.
Leon's probably
Yeah,
gonna handle it a lot like Kai.
yeah.
I owe this guy, let's go.
Yeah, I was this guy because he beat me at card games.
It sounds
It's
silly.
so silly, but that's how it is for his character.
You gotta let it go in this card game driven universe.
I know, it's just funny. But yeah, it should really be great to see how this turns out, and here's hoping for episode 2 is just as good. Maybe Misaki will have more of a personality to go with her expressions, other than dreary. The silence doesn't give me much confidence.
I don't know, man. In before all those outfits are a lie.
No.
All of them. That's hard to say, though.
No, my D folder.
Where's my casual clothes Naoki, man?
He better not be
Everyone's
working.
been waiting for that since
Season
last
3 started.
season.
He literally never took his school clothes off. I think it was even mentioned in the show how he never changes out of his clothes, but it was never actually, established a reason for it. I think it was just he likes them or something.
Which is weird. He hates that place.
His place likes their clothes. What can I say?
Either way, hype.
Yep. Hype. Let's see. Next thing we should be seeing happening. If I remember to do it today, there should be a big dump that we did a while back that we didn't put up yet.
Oh, yeah.
We might have another Buddyfight because people need to stop treating this game like Vanguard. Buddyfight's not Vanguard. Treat it more like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's really more like that. I can understand if you blocked Yu-Gi-Oh! Out of your memory because of the last couple years, but deal with it.
And then retired it and drawed a card.
And then maybe be even some other surprises down the way. Maybe even a couple of deck profiles. All leading up to the weekly Buddyfight beatdown.
That's good. But it's taken.
So until...
And character pack.
Oh yeah, that's
releasing
coming out this week. That's the pack that I've been waiting for, and I think you've been waiting for too. I mean, that's... Because I keep forgetting, we've only had one set of Buddyfight because of all the stuff you can do with what's out.
That said, if they try to market these for anything more than $1, I'm going to be wicked pissed.
Oh, I'm going to be pissed too. It's going to be more than $1 too, I'm certain. But I can be okay with $2. That's probably why they didn't call them 100 yen packs.
Yeah.
Or dollar packs.
Because there's only going to be like 3 cards in them. It better be only $1.
Yeah, we'll see. It really depends. Like, they should be $1. I'll be okay with 2 so long as, that's tax included. If they do more, especially if our store does more, I'm going to call them jerks. I'm going to get up, I'm going to leave, and go to the other store. But I'm not doing more than that. And then next month we get 2 things to talk about. I know there's a Vanguard thing happening this month, I believe, with the robots.
Yeah.
But
Actually, I think that's around this week too.
but I don't think anyone we know is actually grabbing that, and I don't think any of us really care that much.
Not locally so much.
And I don't think any of us all that much care anymore. Because how could I care about that when freaking Legion just happened, and all this other stuff happened at the end of Season 3 that we're going to be getting not too far away from now.
That are just way more influential. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so it's really hard to get hyped about that. Don't think anyone's going to get it. Sorry if you're a Deep Police fan. I, too, am a Deep Police fan, but I can't get myself to buy it.
And then Fighters Collection is like, have a cross ride.
Here, have a bag of money. Alright, so till next time, everybody.